It's no secret that driving in the snow and ice can be super challenging, but what makes the Pacific Northwest even more difficult?
What makes the Pacific Northwest really difficult, Kelly, is that our freezing level is at 32 degrees, and we can go from rain to snow to ice very quickly. And ice is much more dangerous than snow.
How do we get our vehicle ready?
Well, proper maintenance is really important, particularly in the snow and winter weather driving. One of the things that we suggest is check your tire depth. Make sure that you have good, deep tire depth on your tires. Then also take a look at, make sure your windshield wipers are filled, your fluid. Make sure that you have your battery is well serviced, so you're not stranded in adverse conditions. And another thing that we always like to do is carry a safety equipment with you. Flashlights, blankets, first aid kits are all very helpful.
Yak Trax. I've never heard of this, but this goes on your shoe to help you in the snow.
That's correct, Kelly, and it helps you particularly in ice.
Okay, how do Pacific Northwest drivers really feel about their driving?
Well, according to a Northwest PEMCO poll from 2024, most drivers think they're just as skilled or even more skilled than other drivers out there on the roadway. 81% say they're as good or better behind the wheel than others. 64% say their confidence comes from experience driving in winter conditions elsewhere.
Okay, we're cruising down some big hills in Seattle. We're known for this. What are some tips during the cold winter months, especially looking for ice?
Be careful on your hills, and if you can, avoid them at all possible. Drive around even if it takes a few more moments.
When you're driving during these cold, wintry months, what should you be doing to avoid accidents?
Well, the first thing, Kelly, is to make sure that you are driving slow and giving plenty of space between you and other drivers. Ice is always more dangerous than snow, and actually leaves can be just as slippery as ice in the winter weather.
Okay, and then what if I hit ice? Braking suddenly, I always hear, is a no-no.
No, you go very slowly, and then if you start to slide on your ice, then you simply slow down and turn the car in the side of the skid.
Okay, so turn your steering wheel gently and follow kind of where you're sliding.
That's correct. So if you're going like this, you want to slow and then let the car drift slowly into a safe spot to stop.
Okay, and braking slowly too?
Braking very slowly, no sudden brakes, so you'll end up in the ditch.
Ooh, nobody wants that, that is for sure. And then giving yourself a lot of space between drivers. So is it even more space than like an average day in the Pacific Northwest?
I always leave 3-second rule between me and a driver in front. Sometimes cars like to cut in, let them. Go slow.
Go slow, and if somebody wants to cut you off, let them.
Let them.
Happy holidays, just let them do it.
That's right.
Some important tips there, and for more information on preventing the preventable, just log on to go.pemco.com.
Now in our 40th season, Evening shares local stories that make our communities shine. Thanks to support from PEMCO Insurance. PEMCO empowers the Northwest to prevent the preventable. Learn how at PEMCO.com.